Hello students, today we start with the question answers of the chapter that is parliamentary system. So let's get started. Okay, we'll start with section A. First question says that which organ of the government frames the laws. So in this case it would be legislature, like I have many times reiterated this thing that the horizontal distribution is executive, legislature and judiciary. Executive is for implementing the laws, judiciary is for adjudicating the laws, and legislature is for making the laws. So the answer would be D in first case. A second question says how many times at least should the parliament meet in a year? So it is twice, that is, it has to meet twice in a year. It is directly given in the chapter. Okay, question number 3 says who among the following is not appointed by the President of India? Now you have to remember this thing. It is asking not appointed by the President of India. So we'll just see all of the options. He is appointed by Chief Justice of India is appointed by President. Governor is also appointed. Chairman of UPSC is also appointed by the President. And Chief Minister of the state, he is elected by the people. Elected means all the citizens of that, all the voters of that particular state who are above the age of 18 years and has the voter ID card, they will be voting for the post of Chief Minister. So he is not appointed, he is elected. Okay, now coming on to question 4, who is the head of the majority party? It is your Prime Minister. Okay, all right. Now it says that majority party at like central level it is Prime Minister, at the state level it is Chief Minister. So, but for here we will be marking it as C, that is Prime Minister. Okay, now moving on to section B, we have give short answers for the following questions. Question number 1 says why did India opted for parliamentary system of government? Now for this, what you do is this is given on the first page of the chapter. This is your C1. Let me just write it here, C1. There are 3 points given. You have to write all three. All three. This is answer to C1. Reasons for opting. So you'll be starting from here and you will be writing this till this point. Okay, all right. Now moving on to C2. Okay, it is not C, it is B. So you have to correct that one. Hold on a second. Okay, this is B1. Okay, so you have to be careful about this. Moving on to section B, question number 2. Describe the composition of Rajya Sabha. These are straightforward questions given. So if we just like come to the section related to Rajya Sabha, it says composition is here. So you'll be starting from here. This is your B2 and you will be writing it till this point. Okay, all right. Now moving on to section B, question number 3. Distinguish between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, for question number 3, we move on to, there was a green table on the chapter. Okay, this is on page number 221. Now you will be writing this whole of the table apart from one point. You will be drawing table in a similar fashion, just like that in the notebook. What you'll be doing is you just like what you do is you just struck out the second point. Second point आपने नहीं लिखना है. Remaining 3 points are there. Maximum strength is 552, maximum strength 250, presided by a speaker, presided by chairman. Members are elected for 5 years, members are elected for 6 years. So apart from the second point, you will be writing all and you have to write in tabular form. Okay, you have to draw a table. Okay, so you should just like remember that thing. Okay, moving on to next question, that is B4. What do you understand by collective responsibility of Council of Ministers? Okay, collective responsibility of Council of Ministers. For this, what you do is you just come to the last page of the chapter. Okay, okay, this is your page number 227. Working of Council of Ministers. Okay, okay. So what you do is you just start from here. The council works under the prime minister as a team, the collective responsibility, and you just write till this point. Okay, this is your B4. Let me just check the question. Okay, this is B4. As part of this, you'll be writing these lines which I have marked here. Okay, now moving on to section C, we have long answers. Discuss in detail the functions of parliament. Okay, all right. So for this, what we do is we just like there is a heading which says functions of parliament. We just come to that. You have to pay attention here. So first thing, that there are points that are to be written, and in those points what you'll be doing is you have to leave out much of the section from this, so you have to be careful about where I mark my pen. Okay, so we'll be starting from here. The parliament performs several functions. Some of them are point wise लिखना है. Number one would be introduction of new laws. You don't need to write these because they are getting repeated. So we'll be writing this is number one. Up, it is asking in detail, so we will be taking up some from this also. The parliament can introduce new laws and change the old ones. The law first introduced in form of bill, a bill, a draft proposed law. Bill can be broadly okay. So what you do is you just like write this first line only. Parliament can introduce new laws and change the old ones. That is it. Moving on to second point, that is constitutional amendment bills. You will be no, this is not part of this. This is the second point. This is second point. Financial control over government's income. The parliament exercises control over government income and expenditure. The parliament provides ways and means to raise revenue required and also ensure that money granted has been uh, spent on authorized purposes. So what you do is you just like write till here. Second point, you will be starting from here. You just write this as point and then further explanation you'll be writing this. That is it. Then as part of your third point, this is your third point. You'll be writing this and then you'll start from here. The governments keep check on ministers and their work. Member of parliament have the right to question the ministers about the party program of the government. That is it. You will be writing these first four lines only. Now the last point, that is point 4, organ of information. You have to start from here. The parliament works as member of parliament can call for any information except that which may threaten the. You'll be writing this point till this point only. Okay. So there are 4 points in this question. This is a C1. The first point, like I told you, you will be writing only introduction of new laws. You will be writing these 2 lines. Second point, you will be writing financial control over the government's income. In this case, you will be writing this till this point. In third case, control over the executive, you will be writing the first 4 lines. And then organ of information, again, you will be writing the first 4 lines. Okay, if you got any questions related to this, you can just always ask me in the class. Don't write a wrong answer. Okay, all right. Now moving on to a second question of C section. What is the difference between simple plurality and majority voting system? Okay, all right. For this, we just like at the initial of the chapter, it is given. Okay, union legislature composition and term procedure. Okay, okay. This is follow the simple. Okay, all right. This is plurality in this voting system. Single winner is chosen. Elections India follow the first past. It is also called simple plurality. In okay, simple plurality system. In simple plurality voting system. Okay, so what you have to do is you will be writing from here. You will be starting with in. You will be writing in. Then you will be writing simple plurality. Struck out this. ये आपने नहीं लिखना है. सो अपना सेंटेंस क्या बना? सेंटेंस बन गया in simple plurality system, plurality voting system, a single winner is chosen in a given constituency by virtue of his or her getting more votes than any other individual representative. Till this point, you have to draw a table. On the left hand side of the table, you will be writing your heading as simple plurality system. In that, you will be writing in simple plurality voting system, a single winner is chosen in a given constituency by virtue of his or her getting more votes than any other individual representative. On the right hand side of the table, you will be writing majority voting system. You have to start from here. In a majority voting system, the person or party that receives more than half of the total votes cast is declared as winner. Okay. So on the left hand side of the table, you will be writing in simple plurality voting system. A single winner is chosen in a given constituency by virtue of his or her getting more votes than any other individual representative. In majority voting system, which you will be writing your heading as on the right hand side of the table. In a majority voting system, the person or the party that receives more than half of the total votes is declared as winner. So we'll be writing both these. Okay, now moving on to next question. You have to define these, define constituency, session, question hour, and president's rule. Question hour, 0 hour. So in this case, what you will be doing is question hour and 0 hour, you will get their definition from glossary. Rest three, I'll be telling you. First is constituency. So what you do is constituency is right here on the page. This is your page number 221 for constituency. Okay, start from here. A constituency is a geographical area represented by a member of parliament. Only one person is elected from each constituency. As part of definition for constituency, you will be writing from this point to this point. Okay, this is your D3, C3. Okay, all right, hold on. This is your C3. Okay. So this is a constituency geographical area represented by a member of parliament. Only one person is elected from each constituency. Okay, second is session. For session, we will be coming to parliament in session. There is the definition is given in, okay, the president and, okay, question hour, 0 hour. Okay, all right. We had, okay, parliament in session. This is on page number 222. This is the period. This is C3, I suppose. This is C3. Okay, C3 again. The the period during which the house meets to conduct its business is called session. That's it. Now the next two that are given, question hour and 0 hour, they are given in your glossary, so you'll be copying them from there. Last is president's rule. So for this, we just come to the powers of president and under the heading emergency powers. Okay, all right, all right. This is on page number 226. It says that when a state faces the breakdown of constitutional machinery, the president takes over the rule of the state. This is called president's rule. So this is again C3. Okay, all right. Now C3 is done. Coming on to C4. Describe the executive and emergency power of the president. Okay, this is simple, straightforward question. Executive, and these are the executive powers. This is on page number 225. You will be starting from here and you will be writing all the executive powers. Moving on to next, this is this. These are the executive powers, and emergency power you will be starting from here and you will be completing till this point. केवल ये 3 पॉइंट ही कंप्लीट करने हैं, when से स्टार्ट नहीं करना है. If there is a threat to financial stability of the country, that is the last point. So we'll be writing all these 3 points plus this text. The president has certain special powers to deal with emergency. He can impose emergency, and you write these 3 points. Okay, all right. This is done. Now moving on to question number 5. Why do people cast their vote through secret ballot? The first thing is that why secret ballot is used is so that they can cast their vote independently. Independently in the sense that in villages, the upper caste people might force the lower caste people to cast a vote to the candidate of their choice. So they may force them. So in that case, what happens is it is to ensure that they can cast their vote without any pressure or fear. The provision of secret ballot is introduced. So for this, what you'll be doing is you'll be writing the answer as. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Okay, so what you do is as part of this, you will be writing this as answer. Let me just refresh this. So as part of question 5, you will be writing people choose their representatives through secret ballots so that they can exercise their right to vote more independently. This is the answer for your question number 5. Okay. All right, now moving on to question number 6. It says Harshmohan wants to contest an election. He is about 25 years of age and a citizen of India. However, he was involved in a case of domestic violence It is given that he has been involved in some crimes. So, do you think he is still eligible to contest election? The obvious answer should be no, because somebody who has committed these crimes, he cannot work in a direction to free the community of these crimes. जो खुद ऐसे काम करता है तो वो कभी भी पावर में आने के बाद ऐसे कामों को सोसाइटी से हटाने की कोशिश नहीं करेगा. So that is why our answer has to be no. So you'll be writing no, he should not be eligible to contest elections because he has committed serious crimes which goes against the values of ideal society. So one who cherishes the values of an ideal society should only be the representative. Okay. So that would be all. If you have got any questions, then you can of course ask me in the class.